Is it?
I'm filming the video, and we've got the other 4 adults. Y'all turn around and wave. Okay.
So,
Take it away.
have any of you ever purchased a used car and later regretted that decision? Well, let me just say, Kristen Ballard from Autotrader.com in 2014 wrote that 69% of people that purchased a vehicle experience some type of buyer's remorse. One of the reasons why? Mechanical issues. That seems to be a big problem. Some of you may or may not know that I worked in the automotive industry for about 19 years. So I've seen a lot of vehicles come through the dealerships and even dealt with private party sellers. So today, I want to ask you, the next time you go to purchase a vehicle from an individual, is to do a little research. And I'm going to cover one of the reasons why later, but first, I want to go over one of the ways that you can avoid making some costly mistakes. Recently, we all experienced Hurricane Harvey. From here to Houston, people were devastated. People lost homes, but also a lot of vehicles got flooded. And there's going to be a lot of flooded vehicles in the market over the next few years. So you're really going to have to be on the lookout for that. So anyway, there's a couple of websites that offer some great advice as far as like payment options, things like laws about buying from individuals. DMV.org in 2017 put on their website that you should know your budget and be aware of some of the sales tax fees, registration fees, things like that. But more importantly, they remind you to be aware of your financial responsibility in case you do run into mechanical issues or some type of body damage. Another good website is Autotrader.com. And on their website, 2017, they give you some good advice, like reminding you that there's very little recourse if the vehicle was wrecked, repaired, when you do purchase from a private seller. Now, there's some great tips for not making a regrettable decision when buying from an individual seller. One of those a lot of people do is they make decisions too quickly. They don't stop and do a little research. So that's what I want to ask y'all to do. Because just because you're buying from an individual doesn't mean you're getting a cherry vehicle. You could be getting a dog. But Jeff Youngs from J.D. Powers in a 2013 article wrote, "Not all private party vehicles are in good condition. Some are even salvage vehicles, which mean that they could have been flooded, have mechanical frame damage, could have even been stolen. And private parties don't have to tell you that when you buy from them." Kelly Blue Book recommends on their website that you actually ask the seller to maybe meet you in a neutral location like a bank or credit union. Because another issue you could run into is it having a lien on it. And the good thing about a bank or credit union, sometimes they have access, they can pull those things up. So if it does have a lien on it, have them paid off before you do finalize that deal. So I have one final thought before you do make that purchase is ask a professional if you can in the automotive industry. If you can't do that, take it to a mechanic, take it to a body shop. Lastly, I would say take it to a bank or credit union. They usually have access to Carfaxes, which will give you a vehicle history report. So that can be very helpful to you. If you are purchasing a car from a private seller, once again, if you can, ask somebody in the automotive industry or a mechanic or body shop or banker. Buying a used car from a private seller, can be tricky, but you can defend yourself from making a mistake if you'll just take the time to do a little research like that. Consult, car guy, take it to your bank, take it to a credit union, body shop, something like that. There's a lot of great websites out there that can help you, so you don't make that mistake. You know, once again, don't rush into a spur-of-the-moment decision if you're going to buy from an individual, because they don't have to disclose anything to you. And a lot of people aren't aware of that. So Edmunds.com on their website also reminds you that there's very little you can do. Private sellers do not have to disclose salvage titles or flood damage. So do the right thing and do a little research. I do want to leave y'all with one final thought or a scenario. Let's suppose you have a daughter away in college. She calls you, hey, Mom and Dad, you know, I'm going to buy this car I saw. Me and my friend went and looked at it. And you're like, you know, asking the question, what's it like? Oh, no, me and my friend drove it. It's a good car, you know, no major deal. Like, hey, let us come look at it. No, that's okay. We're going to bring the money. So, you know, she buys the car. A month later, she calls you up crying. The vehicle broke down in the middle of traffic. You know, she doesn't know what to do. So, come to find out there's thousands of dollars of repairs. You're like, well, hey, let's go trade it in. So you take it to a dealership. And before you know it, they're like, yeah, we don't want this vehicle. It's got a salvage title. You know, it's been flooded. You know, we give you a couple $100 to help you out. But, yeah, you know, I'm sorry, you're out thousands of dollars. So I want to leave you with this. I think there should be some type of limit laws, you know, that private sellers, some kind of disclosure laws that they should have to disclose to you, because, I mean, they can take advantage of someone like that. I mean, wouldn't y'all agree?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyway, my next speech, I was telling Doug,